Guys, we are here for another new comic book day pull list. This is where I go through and I look at and I explore what comic books are coming out this week for April 28th, 2021. As always, you can go to comicbookinvest.com to see the latest list. Usually I drop the videos on Monday and then Tuesday morning I drop the list so you can get a sort of be prepared for your Wednesday. So let's check out and let's see what I have coming up. Okay, guys, as always, I do a little spill at the beginning. This is comicbookinvest.com, and there's my little spill, and you'll read about it, and I'll talk about the things that I'm talking about here in this thing. But let's see some of the books that are coming out, guys. First appearances. Guys, there are 4 different books that have first appearances in them that I sort of might be interesting to you. You first have Batman and Superman, number 17, the Auteur.io. I have no idea. I have not been reading out, guys, as I told you, I don't read a lot of DC, so I'm usually wrong when it comes to DC. But DC right now is going through this. Hey, let's introduce as many characters and see who hits, see who's popular. So then I say that because Detective Comics here, 1030 or 1035 has Mr. Worth. No clue about him as well. I assume that might be him on the cover, but I don't know anything about him as a character as well. I have been hearing about this next book, Robin. Um, Robin he has new costume. You saw that in the Teen Titans, and he has new costume. He's off on his own, and here's a book featuring him. Damian Wayans as Robin, and there are at least 3 new characters. Flatline, who I believe actually appeared, but this is like her first full. You got a glimpse of her in an earlier issue, and then Respawn and Mother Soul. So if you're gonna pick up a book, I'd probably pick up Robin number 1, and then you have this Marvels number 1. It has a great cover here. It has some first appearances in it. It has Kevin Schumer, and then it has some cameos of a character named Threadneedle and Zorala, who is a Wakandan character. And there is some spec. People are getting a little bit excited about the book. I am unsure about Marvels because Marvels is one of those weird ones where sometimes it's an alternate world, sometimes it's just a different perspective, and so I'm not sure about this, but it is getting some buzz, just not drastic because you can still find them for cover. It's over ordered, I'm sure. Then you can see there is a large list of variants this week. Not sure about the variants, whether or not there's a few that yes you have to go get them, but none of them really jump out. But let's look at the ones and let's see which ones I sort of picked on here. So first off, we have this is Berserker 2. This is I think this is the 1 for 100 Virgin. This also comes in a 1 for 25 with the trade in a black and white. I think that's maybe the 1 for 250. This is Jean Paul Leon. There's a 1 for 50, 1 for 25. There's a 1 for 50. There's a 1 for 100. There's a 1 for 150. There's a 1 for 250. So there's lots of Berserkers for issue number 2, guys. This actually it's rare to see an issue 2 have 250 prints or incentive variants. But guys, there's so much buzz around the first issue, and I'm going to talk about that here a little further down the third printing when it comes out and everything. But I read the first one. I'm excited about this one. I probably will pick it up. I'm definitely picking it up for the 6th cover. But let's look at some of the other ones. Then you have Abbott. This is Abbott 1973 cover 4. This is Jen Bartel's cover. This is the 1 for 25. There's also I think it's a 1 for 50. This is a black and white version of this cover. Great cover. I'm a fan of Jim Bartel. She has her style. You have to like her style, just like Jenny Frison. They both sort of have competing, very similar styles. Jim Bartel has truly adopted the bright neon colors. Jenny Frison's cover style is a little more faded looking. Both are great. I like both of them. Boom definitely knows how to use both of them for cover artist. This is Adam Green's Hatchet Vengeance number 3, cover C. This is the bloody black and white cover. It's a 1 for 10. Nothing about the series, but I throw that up there from American Mythology. This is Black Widow, issue 6. This is the Raza cover. I like the Raza when they hits. It is a great cover, and I think this is a great cover. I do want to check this out. I read up through the first 4 issues of Black Widow. Did not read issue 5, and so I have no clue what's coming in issue 6. I think this is the start of a new arc. There's also a design variant that goes with this as well. So it looks like she's getting a new costume, a new outfit, and you sort of see that here at the Raza cover. Guys, this is crossover. This is a foil 1 for 100, but there's also the trade that's just regular price. Crossover is ending, the first arc of crossover, and it's going to be picked up by a different writer. I think Chip Zdarsky is going to pick it up with issue 7. Donny Cates is ending his run with this crossover. So curious to see what happens, see how they conclude this. But I love this cover. I am picking up I'm probably if I can get the 1 for 100 for a decent price, yes. But I'm probably definitely picking up the regular cover just because I like this sort of Savage Dragon homage cover on here, and you also have Witchblade there, so it's sort of exciting. Speaking of Jenny Frison, here you go. This is from Dune, House of Atreides 6. There are a lot of variants for Dune, which is interesting because I haven't heard anyone talk about the book. But yet the book is there's another series spawning out of this that just got announced this past week. There's another Dune series coming out. But this is Jenny Frison. This is black and white cover. There's also a color version of it. I like this cover. I like the color version as well. The color I think is just regular trade cover, and then this is the 1 for 25, I believe. I could be wrong. This is Firefly. Boom keeps pumping out. Firefly's another one. I'm surprised stores have they order 25 copies or they order 50 copies. This is the 1 for 25 Shannon Mayer covered issue 28. Shannon Mayer, who I thought was just doing store exclusives, just recently started doing some Source Point books, and now is doing a Boom cover. And there's also a Virgin version of this that I think is the 1 for 50. But Firefly, it's a great cover. I might actually try to get this, and I haven't been picking up Firefly. So I don't read that, so I am picking up the brand new verse, but I haven't been picking up this old series. This is second print Geiger, but it's a 1 for 25. I know there's a lot of buzz around this book, but it surprises me how fast second prints are coming out these days. That there is no sold out at the store, let's buy more. No, it's let's go ahead and release a second print the next week or 2 weeks later. And this is the 1 for 25 second print. Last week they had the glow in the dark cover that came out. That was the next week's first print. And so might be worth picking up if you can find it at a decent price. The regular cover is actually pretty nice as well. I'm pretty sure this will be one of those books that will be really hard to find and be a higher priced G.I. Joe book than normal. I mean, if you can't tell by looking at the cover, I mean, just Baroness and 2 other G.I. Joe girls in the background. Anytime Baroness is on the cover, it's hot, and especially when they're in poses like this one. This is by John Roval. This is the 1 for 10. If your store gets it, I would definitely pick it up. I think $20 is a fair price to pay. Anything under that, and just buy it to hold. Or if you get it for a cover, then definitely keep it. But I just think there are certain G.I. Joe covers that continually and maintain their prices, and a lot of times it has to do with sexy women on the cover. So keep that in mind. Helm Greycastle. This is a new Image book. This is the 1 for 10. There is no 1 for 25. There is no 1 for 30 or 1 for 50. This is the Becky Cloonan cover. This is actually started off as a Kickstarter that just ended, and now it's coming out for Image. So there's a Kickstarter version of this, and I thought there was. I did not. I wish I had jumped on it. I did not. But now it's coming out for Image, so I will pick this up. It does look pretty good. On the interiors, look really great. I probably will try to pick this cover up if I can. I just like it. Sometimes Becky Cloonan just hits it right, and this is one of those times I think she did. This is Miles Morales 25. They're starting the Clone Saga with him. This is a 1 for 50. It's just so weird. It's not what you'd expect from a big 1 for 50 variant. That it might actually have some value because stores might not have wanted to get it. They might not have liked it because it's one of those unusual. This is by Hip, I think his last name. So I would it's a 1 for 50. There's a 1 for 25. There's some great store variants as well. But they're starting the Clone Saga with him. Once in Future, guys. This is issue 18. This is the 1 for 25. I have the regular cover in my pool. I have been picking these up as they came out. I was lucky enough to get the Christian Ward one last month. I want this cover. I want it badly, but I don't know if I want to pay $50 for this cover. So I'm curious to see if my store has it and if they'll have it for what they've been selling it for, which has been $20 and $25. And hopefully they haven't jacked up the prices because of Ross Ritchie saying that the most rare covers, I imagine that some stores listened and some stores started ordering a few more copies to make sure they got their 1 for 25 because the issue 17 was the third rarest. Issue 16 was I think the fourth rarest. Issue 13 was all of those teen ones were the rare covers. So who knows? This is a great variant. This is Khalid Kistin Khalid. It's just a great cover. He's been doing some of the Firefly brand new verse covers. This is probably going to be the winner for the week. This isn't one of those. Silk issue through issue 2. That's not why people care. This is Rose Best's second, or I guess third official non-store variant cover. She has one that she has a couple store variants out there she's done or is doing at the moment. But this is the 1 for 25 silk. The second that Spider Woman hit and went bonkers where she did the cover, this one, as soon as the image was released, stores were selling it for $60, $70, $75, and it was sold out. I'm sure if there's any that are going to pop up online tomorrow on eBay, they're going to be going for 100, 150. It's a good cover. Now, she just came out with some for some store exclusives. I'm not as big a fan of those, but this one I like. I liked it when it came out. I don't like it $50, but I liked it as a cover. This is one of those you wait, you see if it drops. If it doesn't drop, I'm not going to be sad. Silk is not one of those books. I like some of the characters, but it's just not one of those books that I really just chase after. This is Merker Allendorf's On Sacred. This is number 2 from volume 6, or volume 2 from issue 6. This is called Broadface cover. This is the virgin version of it. I think it's the 1 for 20. Some people love the Unsacred books. I've only picked up a couple of them. This is My Little Pony in Transformers: The Magic of Cybertron. This is the 1 for, I think it's 1 for 25 cover. It's going to be hard to find. How many stores are going to order 25 copies of Transformers and My Little Pony? This is issue 1 of a little series or whatever. There's also 1 for 10 as well. No clue. This is from American Mythology. This is Robonic Stooges. This is a 1 for 10. But guys, if you look closely, that is a Infinity Gauntlet. So for those of you that collect the homage covers, here's another homage covers for Infinity Gauntlet. This is the reason the Marvels has popped. This is the reason people are going crazy for Marvels. This is a Del Auto. Finally, a great Del Auto cover that is done for an incentive variant. This is ridiculous. I mean, you got Iron Man, Cap, and Spidey on the cover. Del Auto rarely does Captain America. He hasn't done a ton of them. I mean, you can go back to the Secret Wars, and you get some of those. But man, this is a great cover. This is the 1 for 50. I want this book. I'm not going to pay what they're already asking $80, $95 for it, but it's a great looking cover. And we're back to where we started. So, guys, those are the incentives I sort of like. There are some more, but those are the ones I like. Check out the list for the full write-up. So let's see. Now, I talked about this. This is a section I'm starting just for these 2 books called Force Rarity. So what you see here is Berserker 1, 3rd print. And then you also see that right there beside it, you see the Something's Killing the Children, number 1, 8th print. So I'm going to talk to you about those. It frustrates me in this market how this is happening, that a 3rd print comes out and we go crazy for it because of foils, and they force it to be rare because they can't print enough copies for everyone. Why then do you offer a 3rd printing if you can't print enough copies for the demand? Then it just bothers me all the way around. It bothers me that these are $150 books before they even hit the shelves because they say they're going to be allocated. But why are you allocating a book that hasn't even been ordered yet? I understand the concept of I've already sort of printed them and we have so many copies, but then don't open order it. Say this is how many spots we have. Don't let stores order 4 if they can't have 4. Something Kills Children. What bothers me about this 8th printing is the messed up marketing campaign where the cards were in the foils, and if you buy the foil book and then you buy issue 2, then you get this free book, but they didn't tell anyone that was going to be happening, and the card has the wrong date on it. Now Boom has made amends, but they're saying, hey, everyone it's 1 to 2, so for every 2 issues of Berserker 2 you ordered, you get a copy of this, is what the stores did. You can pick up a copy of this. So stores, from what I understand, there's 75,000 copies out there. So if you want one, you should be able to get one. What bothers me this is because of how it was screwed up, how hard it was supposed to be to get them. Stores started selling packets where you can buy Berserker 1, Berserker 2, and this copy for $30, $40, $50. These are supposed to be cover price. This is supposed to be a free book because I ordered Berserker 1 and Berserker 2. Now it's not. Now people have paid for it. People are so scared of missing out on a 75,000 print run book. I know Something's Killing Children is a popular book, But is it 75,000 people out there chasing this book down? Just keep that in mind when you're going crazy and thinking, oh, I gotta have that book. 75,000. And that's not on Boom. That's on us being crazy. Us going crazy for a book that we don't have proof is going to be worth that before it even hits the market. And here's my Just For Me section, guys. Just some fun books to check out. I'm glad Deadly Class is starting back up. That excites me. This is the cover C, just sort of a fun cover. Shadow Service, guys, I like this. Kevin Scott's writing it. He's doing the High Republic. He's doing this. It's a great story if you haven't read it. This is issue 7. Pick up the trade, and then there's issue 6. Now and then 7. Shadecraft, this is a second print. It's a great cover. It was a great read. I read the first issue. I might pick up the second print. I'm not sure. It's a fantastic cover. But there's still lots of covers sitting on my shelf in my LCS, so I'm not sure. I picked up 2 or 3 of them. Erratic 5, I've loved this series. This is fun. This takes me back to when I read Ultimate Spider-Man and just that new take on a Spider-Man type of character. Not sure about this. This is Valiant. This is Shadow Man. There's some great store variants out there. This is a great, I think, C cover. It's a movie homage cover. So it's just sort of nice. I might pick this up. I'm not sure. I'm not huge on Valiant books, so I'm not sure. Then here's Shadecraft number 2 comes out. This is how a second print's supposed to come out. Issue 1 comes out. Issue 2 comes out. If you need a second print, it comes out with the second print. It doesn't need to be a second print, third print. Oh, and then we were issue 2. Stake. If you didn't check out Stake number 1, this is Stake number 2. This is Aaron Bartling, who is an underappreciated cover artist. He's done some really good covers. I do like this one. This is the B cover, I believe. I don't even think it's an incentive, and I really do like it. And I've ordered it. I'm hoping to pick it up on Wednesday. Stray Dogs, this is second print. Guys, this is a fun series as well. If you haven't been reading it, it's just fun. It's so much fun to read a book and then look at the illustrations, and all I picture is All Dogs Go to Heaven when I'm reading it, or 101 Dalmatians. It's that type of drawing, that type of animation to it. And then we're back to where I started. So, soapbox over. Comicbookinvest.com, guys. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Hopefully you care about my opinions. You don't have to like my opinions. Just take a moment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the video. Tell me what you think about my opinions. And as always, comicbookinvest.com for the new comic book day pull list.